Namaste everyone, Katie here with a Chakra, Vin and Yin class for the solar plexus. I know we normally do some different things with this class. We do sometimes chakra flow, which is VINYASA, sometimes we do kind of a Yin fusion, but tonight we're going to be combining two of my very favorite types of yoga, VINYASA, Vin, and then Yin. So the vinyasa that we're going to be doing tonight, though, is more of a slow flow, beginner-friendly type of vinyasa. So if you're not a vinyasa person, you might still enjoy this class. And then that'll be the first half of class. The second half of class will be a slower, relaxing, restorative yin class. So the beauty of this combination of Vin and Yin is that we get the best of both worlds. We have a very activating and heating masculine type of class in the first half, the vinyasa half, and then a feminine slowing, cooling type of class in the second half. So it's a very balanced, harmonious, beautiful practice. I'm very excited to share it with you all tonight. I hope you love it. And we are going to be focusing on the solar plexus chakra tonight as well. The solar plexus is what gives us our ego, our sense of identity, our self-confidence, and it's the way that we present ourselves to other people in the world. It's how other people see and view our personalities. So it's located in the upper belly, and normally what we do for solar plexus and chakra flow is we do a lot of core work, and maybe we do some knee to noses from downward facing dog or arm balances. We're actually not going to be doing that tonight. We're going to be focusing more on just moving with our body and moving with our breath without the fancier types of asana in there. Anytime we do a flow yoga, we are activating our core, so we don't need to worry about that. The whole flow part of class will be activating our solar plexus. And then the yin part of class, we'll get to go a little bit deeper and do some deeper lateral stretches, some deeper twisting, and things to detoxify our body while bringing harmony to the solar plexus. To begin, we won't need any props, but if you would like 2 blocks for your practice, feel free to grab 2 blocks. We're going to go ahead and come on down to our back to begin class. Feel free to spread out and take up some space. I invite you to close your eyes and begin to deepen your breath. Noticing your belly rising and falling as you breathe in and out. Begin to notice the way the earth feels underneath you. Notice the sounds that you're hearing in the room around you and the sound of your breath. Notice the darkness behind your eyelids. And if any thoughts are coming through your mind, notice those as well. Take a deep inhale through your nose and sigh through the mouth. Releasing thoughts from your day and from your week and giving yourself permission to have this next hour to be completely focused on your practice and on your self-care. Take another deep inhale. And release. With your next breath in, you make an intention that would serve your yoga practice tonight. And after you have set your intention, take a few more mindful breaths in and out through your nose. After your next breath, you may bend your knees and plant your feet next to your hips. And then slowly draw your knees in towards your chest, taking your hands on the top of your knees, pulling them in towards your abdomen. And with your next exhale, you can start to find some circles with your knees, moving them out and away from the body, all the way around, and pulling them back and towards the belly. The next time your knees come back through center, switch the direction of your circles, going around the opposite way. Pause the next time your knees come back through center, and then begin to flow with your breath through Apanasana. Inhale, moving the knees away from the body. Exhale, pulling the knees in towards the belly. Take a few more rounds. Good, and then release your knees. Plant your feet back down. Press your shoulders down, press your feet down. And we're going to move through some bridges, lifting and lowering the hips. With your inhale, press the shoulders and feet down. Let the hips float up and press towards the ceiling. Then exhale, slowly lower the hips back down to the mat. Pausing here and then inhaling back up. Exhaling down. Continue these movements with the pace of your own breath. Take a few more rounds of your bridges. And meet me with your hips lowered down to your mat. And you can begin to move your knees from left to right like windshield wipers. Take a pause the next time the knees come back up, and then very slowly draw your knees back into your chest, wrapping the arms around the legs. And then you can make your way up to seated. If you would like to rock up and down along the spine, then go ahead. And move from a seat into all fours. And we'll move through Chakra Vakasana, cat and cow. Inhale, belly drops, heart moves forward, gaze lifts up. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Flowing with the own breath. Take a pause the next time you come to cat pose. And hold here with the belly tucking in towards the spine, the chin tucking down towards the chest. Sending your breath into your upper and your middle back. And inhale, straighten out the spine, let it come to a neutral place. Walk your hands forward a couple of inches. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. Tuck the toes. Breathe out. Come to your downward facing dog. And feel free to move your heels up and down in downward facing dog, or bend one knee and then the other in your downward dog. And we'll come to a still place, lifting our hips nice and high, pulling in our bellies towards the spine, taking some deep and mindful breaths. As you press your feet down here, spread your toes. See if you can press each one of the toes down. Press down each one of the fingers. Push the floor away from you, and then take a deep breath in. And then come up onto your toes. Exhale, a little bend in your knees. Make your way up to the front of your mat, taking some small steps. Feet come hip width apart. Take an inhale, halfway lift up your body. Exhale, hinge forward with your hips. Let your knees softly bend. Let your torso come down and hang in a forward fold. And as you take your next breath in, let that begin your movement, a slow and mindful rolling upward, all the way up to Tadasana. And then inhale again, lift up your arms, lift your gaze. Exhale, draw your hands down to your heart space. Breathing in again, lifting up your arms. Breathing out, folding forward. Bring your hands in front of your toes. Inhale up onto the tips of the fingers, elongating your back. And then breathe out. Bend your knees deeply. Send your hands down onto your mat and step to plank pose. Activating your core. Taking just a few breaths in plank and then making your way down to your belly. Slide the hands back a few inches. Press the tops of your feet down. Use your core to lift yourself up into Bhujangasana. Feeling that stretch across the top of the belly. Bringing that heart forward, maybe a centimeter more. Your next exhale, float your body back down to the mat. Inhale, press up, hands and knees or plank. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up the heels, bend the knees. Make your way up to the front of the mats. Planting the feet, inhaling, halfway lifting. Exhale, coming down to fold. Inhale, slowly making your way up, one vertebrae at a time. Passing through your mountain pose, lifting up the arms, lifting up the eyes. Breathe out, hands in Pura Mudra, coming down to the heart. Taking an inhale here, prayer hands. And an exhale, twist your upper body over to the right. Stay here or open your arms out into a T. Maybe look back at that right thumb. And see if you can widen the distance between your right fingers and your left fingers, reaching towards the front of the room, reaching towards the back of the room. And inhale, come forward through prayer. Exhale, twisting to the left. Option to expand the arms. Inhale, coming forward. And then exhale, folding down to forward fold. Inhale, hands in front, come up onto the tips of the fingers. Exhale, plant down, step to plank. Lower to your belly with your exhale. Inhale up to cobra. Exhaling down to your mat. Inhale, press up plank or hands and knees. Downward facing dog. With your next breath out, you can step the right foot forward to a lunge. Bring the feet together first, soft bend in your knees, and then exhale, step the right foot forward. You can plant the left heel down, turning your left toes at an angle to the left, and then inhale, Lift up, Virabhadrasana 1. Left hip pulls forward. Both the left hip and the right hip are in an even line here. Relax your shoulders. Activate the belly. Very good. Exhale, hands down to your heart. Take another inhale here. And with your exhale, we're going to twist over to the right. Option to come down and then hook your left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Very good. Inhale. Come back up, warrior 1. Exhale, pivot to warrior 2. With your next exhale, bring your left hand down to your left thigh, flip your right palm up, and then reverse your warrior, reaching back. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, hands come all the way down to the mat or 2 blocks. Spin your left toes forward, step back to plank pose. Moving down to the belly. Inhaling, lifting for cobra. Either floating down to your belly and then pressing up to plank, or from cobra, you can tuck your toes. Begin to bend your knees and then lift back to downward dog. Bring your feet together, taking in a breath. Exhale, left foot steps forward, right heel plants down. Breathe in to come up, Virabhadrasana 1. Your next breath out, brings your hands down to your heart. Preparing for our twist, using the exhale to twist to the left. Option to come down and hook the elbow. Very good. Inhale, come up to warrior 1. Exhale, back foot, toes turn towards the long edge of the mat, arms come into a T, shoulders stay relaxed. Left knee stays aligned with your second and third toe. You can move your drishti to your fingertips or the wall in front of you. Exhale, right hand comes down to your thigh. Flip your left palm up, take a breath in. And exhale, reverse your warrior. And inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hands come down. Spin the right toes forward, plank pose. You can move to your belly, or you can move through chaturanga, hovering your chest. Inhaling up for cobra or upward dog. Exhaling to find downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up your heels, bend your knees. Make your way to the front of the mat. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, begin to come up. And then bend your knees. Send the hips down. Lift up your arms for Utkatasana. Very good. Inhale, straighten out your legs. Lift your heart up, reach back. And exhale, come forward, hands to the heart. Take a few grounding, stabilizing breaths. And inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands in front. Come to the fingertips. Exhale, step back plank. Moving through your flow, your vinyasa, lowering down, inhaling up. Finding downward facing dog with your exhale. All right, that was a little Surya Namaskar with a standing flow. That is our Vin for the night. Take a few calming and cooling breaths in your downward facing dog. Preparing to transition to our yin portion. Your next exhale brings your knees down to the mat. Press back to Balasana. Inhale, lift up your head. Begin to walk your hands back. And then bring your legs to the side and then around in front of you. Right leg is going to extend in front, toes point up. Left foot crosses over the right thigh. Inhale, lengthen back. And then exhale, left hand comes behind, twisting for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Find a comfortable place for your neck here. Maybe it stays in neutral, looking forward. Maybe it looks back towards the left shoulder. Last few breaths here. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, give your left elbow a little bit of bend, maybe scoot that left hand back, and then use your exhale to pull your left shoulder back. Twist a little bit more. Beautiful. Inhale, unwind, come forward, extend your left leg, right knee bends, right foot comes across the left thigh. Breathe in, back lengthens. Breathe out, reach behind with the right hand, hook the left elbow on the outside of the right knee, twisting Ardha Matsyendrasana. Inhale, come forward. And then with your exhale, we're going to bring the right foot to the inside of the left thigh, preparing for Janu Shirshasana. We're going to turn the torso over to the left and then use the exhale to fold down towards the left leg. Feel free to keep a generous bend in your left knee as you come down. We're going to reach up with the right arm and see if we can reach the left toes here. If not, and if this is uncomfortable, feel free to keep your right hand planted by your side. Wherever you're at, I invite you to see if you can find some length in the right side of the body. Inhale, release your right foot. Begin to slowly come up, being gentle. And then we'll switch our legs. Right leg extends, left foot inside of the right thigh. Inhale, breathe in, turn towards the right leg, exhale, fold down. Reaching with the left arm if that's comfortable, lengthening the left side. Inhale, come back up. And then bring both of your legs wide. Prepare for wide-legged forward fold. You'll notice we've been holding our poses a little bit longer so far, but we haven't made it past the 3-minute mark yet. So now we're going to be holding our poses for up to 3 to 5 minutes. If you have any props around you that you would like to use to make yourself comfortable, feel free. And as we begin to exhale and fold down through wide-legged forward fold, notice where your body begins to give you some resistance. You might feel it start to tense up or feel uncomfortable. Wherever you meet that resistance, pause there and breathe. In Yin, we're not forcing our body to be super flexible. We're not forcing the poses or trying to do them perfectly. We're just meeting our bodies wherever they are at. We're meeting ourselves where we're at. We're having that compassion for ourselves, no matter what the asana shape is that we're taking. We know that it's the right one for us. Begin to draw slower and deeper breaths. If you'd like to close your eyes, you may. You may find that your body begins to open up a little bit more and invite you to go deeper into the pose. Feel free to move deeper if at any time you feel like you're getting that invitation from your body. And then hold in stillness, breathing mindfully, staying present with the breath and present mentally on the mat. Take a few more breaths in this pose. Slowly begin to come up. And we'll scoot forward towards the front of the mat, bring the legs together, and then use our exhales to slowly come down onto our backs. With your inhale, reach with your arms over your head, point your toes. And exhale, walk your hands over to the right corner of the mat, and then walk your feet towards the right corner of the mat, coming into a banana shape on the back. If the shoulders are tight, you can put some bend in your elbows. Inhale to very slowly move your hands back through center. Move your feet back through center. When your exhale moves your arms and your legs to the opposite side of the mat. And as you inhale and exhale, notice how the right side of the body expands and how it contracts with the breath. Inhale, slowly bring the hands and the feet back through center. And release your arms down by your sides. We'll bend the knees and slowly plant the feet. Bring the feet up to the hands for happy baby. Our last pose of the evening before Shavasana. Slowly release your feet and make yourself comfortable for our final resting pose. You can take your feet a little bit wider, bringing them to the edges of the mat, or however much makes you feel comfortable and relaxed. Take a deep breath in and exhale through an audible sigh. Breathing in again. An audible sigh. Let your jaw become loose. Let the space between your eyebrows soften. And let your whole body become relaxed. And as you rest, let your mind have a gentle focus on each breath in and out. Inhale slowly and deeply. And exhale, let it go. Taking in another deep breath. Exhale, releasing. You may begin to find small movements, moving the fingers and the toes. Gently moving the body, gently waking up the body. You may slowly make your way to rest on your right side. Slowly press up with your left hand and find a comfortable seated position. Inhale to slowly circle up your arms over your head. In the exhale, draw your hands down to the center of your heart, remembering your intention for your practice, setting your gratitude towards your intention to honor it and to seal it. And feel free to carry this intention with you for as long as it serves you. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your night and a good weekend. Sat Nam. If you enjoyed this class, please give this video a like. Please give us a subscribe to our channel. We have new yoga classes coming out every week with all different types of yoga. And I hope to see you all next time.